men's 75 kilo middleweight world championship final about to begin, and he does enjoy the big moments, Jason Quigley. Look at the way he's got through. 2-0, 3-0, 3-0. 3-0 finishing off Chebatorov, who had TKO'd 3 men before he met Quigley, and Quigley dealt with him, I would say, fairly easily. Janibek Alimkhanuly. He TKO'd Juan Mercado of Mexico. He did that through a cut to the eye. And this is a big moment for the Kazakh boxer. The Irishman is brimming with confidence. He said this morning when he woke up, I will be world champion. I'm going to win this today. He's the reigning European champion. He's 2-0 in the World Series of Boxing. Well, Janibek Alimkhanuly of Kazakhstan, the reigning Asian champion, the Kazakh national champion, just 20 years old, and he has a real handful to deal with in Jason Quigley. Punching power in abundance, the Irishman. Well, no Kazakhs have lost in the finals so far, but Quigley, it's a big ask here for the young Kazakh. Sri Lanka, Algeria, Ecuador, France and Colombia will be judging the bout, with the Puerto Rican, Mr. Jose Ortiz, looking after it. Quigley of Ireland in red, the Kazakh Alimkhanuly in blue. 3 3-minute rounds underway.
Alimkhanuly southpaw. Quigley orthodox. Slow to start in this tournament, Quigley. Really came to life in the semis when he disposed of Artem Chebatorov. Dangerous fighter, Quigley. Superb right hand, and the Kazakh will know that. Both very mobile fighters. Alimkhanuly starts to bring the pressure on, using the ring well. Standing off, just having a look-see.
Well, neither man committing at the moment. Over a minute gone and not too many punches thrown.
Beautifully slipped by Quigley. Oh, but he was tagged.
And I believe he's going to get a standing 8. Quigley's bowled over by a left hand. And that is a really bad start for Jason Quigley. He doesn't look too dazed, but it caught him right on the end of the nose.
Well, that's unfortunate. The exchange between the two of them really blistering. But Alimkhanuly managed to leave something with him. Now, that will have woken up Jason Quigley. If he ever thought that he was just going to spend the first round having a little look around to see what Alimkhanuly could bring to this, well, he was wrong. So Quigley now under pressure to try and even this up. So Quigley on his toes, starting to bring the pressure on. Good right cross. Chasing Alimkhanuly, and Alimkhanuly knows he can just cruise this round out without having to engage. All the work for the Irishman to do. And that was a real upset, especially at this level in the championships. Quigley trying to tee him up for something big.
Well, the interesting question is, how will the judges see it? Will it be 10-8? The 10-point must system, of course, in amateur boxing, it's different than professional. A knockdown does not guarantee, a standing 8 does not guarantee 1 point is taken off. If Quigley can turn this round a little bit, well, time's out now. And he looks a little bit shocked, Quigley, full of confidence when he came in, and now he's got just 2 rounds to pull this back.
Well, that's where a champion has to dig deep. Quigley will have to get on top of his mental game now. And in the exchanges, That left hand from the southpaw pops in and it catches Quigley square. And he just moved the wrong way, Quigley. And he allowed Alimkhanuly to land that shot. Corner having words now with Quigley. They're going to have to rethink the strategy.
Well, the judges' scores are coming up now. 9-10 across the board for Alimkhanuly of Kazakhstan. Quigley wasn't punished too heavily for being knocked down. The Olympic style of rules do not mean that you have to have 1 point taken away. So Quigley's aggression and work rate actually rewarded there. It could have been a lot worse. We're underway, second round. Jason Quigley of Ireland in red. Alimkhanuly, big overhand right from Kazakhstan in blue.
Well, he's had a series of straight wins in 2013, showing huge promise, Jason Quigley. Gold medal taker at the Asian Olympics, Janibek, Alimkhanuly. They'll both be looking to take the medal here, but the work has to be done by Quigley if he wants to do it.
Well, 5 Irishmen made it through to the quarterfinals. Just one Irishman now in the final, carrying the hopes of his nation. And just a little problem with the shoelaces there of the Kazakh competitor. We still have 1:53 of round 2, and you know what, it just gives Quigley even more time to recover from that first round. I think it plays into the hands. He's really pulling in some big breaths there, though. He's fatigued. He's a little shocked after round 1.
Well, it's never a good thing to start a world championship title fight with a knockdown so early, but he looks like he's recovered and he's back to it. But Alimkhanuly looking very strong here. Local partisan crowd, of course, buoying him on. So Quigley, 2 opponents in the ring here tonight. Quigley being warned about the head. And Alimkhanuly spoiling him on the inside, holding on to the shot. But in these exchanges now, just the power of the Kazakh starting to dominate and overwhelm Quigley.
Off. The Kazakh gets through with another huge left. The same type that knocked Quigley over in the first round. Quigley chucking back big combinations, though.
Yeah, nice little 4-punch combination from Quigley, while the guard was open of Alimkhanuly. A real test for Quigley.
He's got to be careful, Quigley, not to try and throw too many bombs. Just get on with the work rate like he's doing now. Try and win this round back. He's only 10-9 down across the scorecards for the first round.
The work rate really has to be high, especially against a gifted fighter like Alimkhanuly. Interestingly enough, Quigley ranked 5 in the world rankings, Alimkhanuly 6. But just look at this sheer dominance, and even though Quigley's covered up, those shots are coming through. Quigley lands his own, and a great straight right from Quigley, but takes a right on the turn, and he starts to wobble. Well, this is great action right up onto the bell.
Goodness me, some big shots from both men. Quigley looked like he'd got a great combination in there before Alimkhanuly managed to retaliate and pay back with extras. So how will the judges see this one?
Well, look at the shots coming in. Alimkhanuly manages to break down the guard of Quigley. Quigley drops his hands to throw his own shot, but Alimkhanuly right there. This is up close and personal, and just rocks the head of Quigley, even through the guard with those shots. So that's where the power resides here.
Well, the judges once again seeing it with Alimkhanuly of Kazakhstan. 18-20 then across the board from all 3 of the judges. So Quigley He's got it in his arsenal. He can knock a man out, and that's pretty much what he's got to do now. He's got to go out there, either completely dominate the final round or go for the knockout here. So Quigley of Ireland in red, Alimkhanuly of Kazakhstan, about to get a gold medal if he continues in this vein for Kazakhstan in blue.
Well, your mental game has got to be right on top. Going down in the first round and coming back, you've got to give it to Quigley. That was a great recovery. But for the Kazakh fighter, Alimkhanuly, more motivation you cannot have than the crowd here behind you, and of course being watched by your nation's leader. But look at Quigley, he's standing, holding his ground, trading with Alimkhanuly and starting to land some punches himself.
This is great, both men leaning in, just waiting for the other, opening up with some big combinations, body shots, hooks. They're tapping heads again and again. The referee's struggling to keep them apart. Oh, Alimkhanuly looking on good form with 2 minutes to go.
Well, a game of peekaboo here. Toe-to-toe, they're going to try and slug it out. The referee allowing some margin for the head. He's asked them to be careful. They go back to it. Pressure's been on the Irishman right from the first bell. Hit by a body shot there, Quigley. And again, the body shot. The Kazakh knew he'd hurt him. Quigley, the conditioning, perfect, takes it.
Well, they're barely using the center square of the entire ring. Toe-to-toe at the moment. Alimkhanuly perhaps getting the better of Quigley.
Well, Quigley is known for being light, for staying sharp. He's gone into slug mode here with the Kazakh, and he needs to win. But what he's going to do against this proposition, I don't know. Starting to really power through the Kazakh. Quigley, well, doesn't have a strategy here.
Well, I guess the only strategy he's got is go toe-to-toe, but Alimkhanuly, he can match him, and he gets through with a big left hand again. The Irishman has 30 seconds to find a magic punch now.
Well, almost looking a spent force, Quigley. Comes back hard, 6-punch combination. Absolute desperation on the face of Quigley as we go to the wire.
6 seconds left. How many punches can be thrown in the dying seconds? Quigley lunges in, but that is the final bell. And a nice mark of respect from the competitors there as they touch gloves. Jason Quigley, well, if he hadn't been knocked onto his backside in the first round, it might have been a different story.
Well, it was always going to be Alimkhanuly. He was just very powerful. He really dominated each round, and he forced Quigley to fight his fight. Alimkhanuly brought him into the center of the ring and allowed his power to show. Quigley needed to be light, he needed to be mobile, and, you know, he didn't quite get that off. The upset in the beginning of the first round, I think, played a big hand in that.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely spot on. Quigley was forced to fight the way Alimkhanuly wanted, and he's been rewarded. Janibek Alimkhanuly of Kazakhstan is the world champion. One judge gave it to the Irishman in the final round there, but the other two saw it the way of the Kazakh. Quigley looks disappointed. He was brimming with confidence this morning. He was dancing on his way into the ring here earlier. He takes a bow to the crowd. And well done, Jason Quigley. After a rough first minute, he gets a hug off his dad there, Connor, who is his coach and his mentor. The Sri Lankans saw it a little closer than the